I'm still. This is an unused room downstairs, so I'm using it to sort out clothing right now. I got. I'm still thinking out this clothing bag for the summer, and I've come to a conclusion that I don't need a big chest like that for the summertime. So what I've done is I've taken this travel bag, and what I've put in here is I got 2 sets of clothes. I got three or four towels, some socks, and then further down, I got the bag split in two. First thing is a T-shirt. On each side, it's the same thing. The first thing that you find in here is some socks, because they're on top. And you find a T-shirt and a zip-up hoodie. And then there's a pair of shorts that will basically, both of them have a string tie. And then below that is a pair of full-length sweatpants. And you're probably asking me, so what's the purpose of having 2 sets of clothes in your van? Well, there's a story behind that. 2013, in March, April, May. It was in May of 2013, just south of where my last video was shot, in town of Dayton. This pedophile did a fast talk on 2 girls. One of them was 15, the other one was 13 at the time. And this is small town Iowa, so if you're a teenager under 16, so you have a driver's license, the chances of earning income, unless you've got wealthy parents, they're basically non-existent. So if a job offer shows up, you better get it or forget it. So this pedophile worked. He was in a managing position for a series of hog confinement buildings, and he had got out of prison, but because of a loophole in the law, he offended before his 22nd birthday. So because of that, he wasn't required to be on the pedophile list. There's an online check for people to see if there's somebody dangerous in the neighborhood around here. But he had, before he was 21 years old, he had already kidnapped a woman and threatened her with a knife, committed a sexual assault on her, and because that wasn't enough, he kidnapped 2 children that were I want to say 18 months old. but I think they were closer to 2 years old. And we're not really sure exactly what he did with that, but they were found alive in a trash dumpster, and he managed to get caught, convicted, sent to prison, and because of another Iowa law, basically half of his sentence, he was sentenced to like 40 years, and he managed to get out after 20 some, because as long as you don't break any rules in jail, they credit you with I think 1.2 or 1.3 days for every good day that you serve. So anyway, he abducted these two girls in 2013, and long story short, the 15-year-old was a fatal casualty of the ordeal, and the 13-year-old got away and physically ran out of her shoes, running through the timber until she found a gravel road, and then she found a house, and then got inside for safety. So since it's happened once, there's no saying that it can't happen again. So having a set of clothes that you can just offer somebody is not a bad idea to have. I don't expect it to ever happen again, but people tend to go to remote places to do bad things, and while I'm fishing, I'm in a remote place. So I'll fill this. I'm going to have this bag filled with things that I don't care if I ever see again, is what it amounts to. So including the bag. So while I can offer clothing and content and dry towels, dry socks, I can offer. They're not fashionable, but there's something to put over your. There's something for modesty until law enforcement can get there and offer something better. And then I also have 2 small backpacks. So I'm going to fill one of these up with my stuff. There'll be a change of clothes. This one will have shoes and socks. There'll be a towel, my swimsuit, just basic stuff. And this one here will have bare basic. This will include a small first aid kit also. But these are small, and they can be taken in, thrown in or thrown out of the truck as necessary. This one here, I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it in the van and call it good. If nothing else, it'll make a good pillow if I have to when I go and put the winter kit together and I end up sleeping in the van. At least this other bag of clothing will make a good pillow for that. But yeah, if you want to read the whole story about that abduction, you can you just look up Dayton, Iowa, and Kathleen Shepard. The name of the survivor I'm not gonna say on here, but it's not that hard to find if you want to drill it down with Google. But she's 2013, she was 13, so now she would be 15 going on 16, and yeah, she deserves a little bit of privacy. So alright, that's progress on that. I'm gonna be putting that bag in the truck. in just a few minutes, and we'll go from there.